Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Fragrance Fireside Chat. I'm your host Cody. I wanted to actually take this time to discuss another particular issue. No, it's not any political issue. I won't discuss anything that's a firestorm of controversy, but more, again, as always, kind of focalized within the fragrance world. And what I wanted to talk about was integrity of review, right? Integrity of review and whether or not you can trust people and shills and stuff like that. And this was recently brought up because I had a subscriber comment on one of my videos, and actually another one sent me a note basically thinking that I couldn't be completely subjective basically based on what I was actually posting, or some of the fragrances that I was actually posting about. So I wanted to talk about that in particular. Right now, let me give you a little bit of information beforehand. First, I've been reviewing fragrances now for, I think, around 3 years or something like that. I forgot the exact number, but and over these period of time, I've basically become better as a fragrance reviewer. I've become a better speaker. There are a lot of things that have just actually improved regarding fragrances, and obviously I've gained a bigger following, and that number continues to grow and grow and grow and grow at an even higher rate basically than when I first started basically. But with it and with how many people or how much stuff that I've gotten comes another little thing, and that's basically companies started reaching out and basically saying, hey, we have this fragrance, we would like you to review it on your channel. Right? And often what they'll do is they'll send me the actual fragrance itself and have me review it. Right? So one of the first golden rules that I had is to understand, as far as cash goes, I'm not strapped for cash. I'm very fortunate to have a very good job, very good education, and therefore, I have a lot of money that I can actually spend on free stuff that's going around. And not so shut off Facebook. You can probably hear that little ding the entire time, but either way, and so that's why I kind of ask companies, I'll purchase it from you, and most of the time they're like, no, we want to send you this complimentary to go ahead and review. So that's kind of the background story for it, or background basis for it. Now, as far as reviewer integrity goes, I know my limits to how fair and impartial I can actually be, right? So say, for example, you have a fragrance that's sent to me by a company. Even if I get it for free, that doesn't guarantee that it's going to get a good review. I'm going to give you my honest opinion, and my honesty and conveying this apart is very important part of my channel. I like my channel to be something completely of my own making, something that I can easily just throw myself into. And be me basically. I don't ever want to have to be a shill or anyone, have to kowtow to anyone, and should close that window too, and have to kowtow to anyone at all either, right? So what's my point in all this? There are some, again, going off the fact that I know my limits, there are some things that I can't review. To date, you haven't seen any reviews, for example, of Kerosine's fragrances, right? John Kerosene, for those of you who know, was a YouTube reviewer. He went and made his own fragrance line, and I think he's doing pretty good, but, he's got his own fragrance line that's out there, and, other people have reviewed it. I cannot review it. Why can't I review it? I can't be impartial. Why? I wish him, the most success, that I could possibly wish anyone. I want him to succeed. Therefore, even if I smell a fragrance, I don't feel comfortable with saying that I don't like it, just because I do wish him the very best on it, and I don't want to see him fail for it. So I know that I cannot be completely impartial, so therefore I can't review any of his fragrances. But with a company, that same thing doesn't apply. So even if they send me a free fragrance, I'm not the type of person who's going to say, okay, well, because you sent me this fragrance for free, here's a great review. That's just not me. It's not something that I do. And I really feel that if I did, it would damage the integrity of my channel, and therefore I don't do it. Now, that's also why in any review that I do get an item from a company, I'll state it in the very beginning of the review, because I know that despite me saying this, you don't know who I am. You don't know my inner workings. Nobody really does except for me, and even it's confusing to me. But either case, if you don't think that I can be completely impartial, then I present that information to you so you can go ahead and make that judgment and decide whether to keep, viewing the video or keep listening to what I have to say. So again, just because I get free things from companies doesn't mean that I can't be impartial, because I completely think that I can be impartial, right? So yeah, that out of the way. What was my scent of the day? Oh man, I forgot it. It was Atelier's, actually, why not even show it well? It was Atelier's Orange Sanguine. Smell like oranges, basically. And I did something that I committed a little fragrance in here. Alright, so I play basketball a lot. I just came back from playing basketball, and I actually wear a shooting sleeve on my right arm. I have two shooting sleeves, a black one and a white one. And the black one was getting a little bit funky. I hadn't washed it in, I think, like almost a month, basically. And I remember sniffing. I was like, "Ooh!" But it happened to jive with what I was wearing. I think a little bit more, and kind of have a little superstition. I think I shoot better with the black one than I do the white one, just because the black one fits better than the white one, not because of a color thing. But and so I took Orange Sanguine and sprayed it all over, hoping that it would give it, a fragrance bath and make it smell better. But it didn't, and I ended up wearing the white one just because I felt really bad about trying to, overcome something with a fragrance spray. But yes, so I'm guilty of that, at least for once, but I did not wear it, so it doesn't fully count. The thought did cross my mind, though. All right. So yeah, let me know what your scent of the days were. I've actually been wearing throughout the week because I've been on jury duty. I've been wearing Creed's Taverone pretty much almost on every single day. It's a very nice scent, very professional, and since I'm, dressed up, suit and tie, basically for it, I figured it might be good for it, and it has been doing pretty well for it. I'm actually going to get 2 more fragrances very shortly. Actually, 3 more fragrances, depending on when the Labo opens their store. But the 3 fragrances that I'm talking, 4. There are 4 fragrances that I'm targeting. 1, I'm going to get a flacon of Spice and Wood. 2, I'm going to get a flacon Creed Spice and Wood. 2, I'm going to get a flacon of Creed's Jardin d'Amalfi. 3, I'm still looking for the Dior Homme Cologne, the new one came out. And 4, I'm also looking for, or waiting specifically for Le Labo to release. They kind of, every fall, they kind of sell all their city exclusives in every store. And so I'm waiting to buy the London Poivre fragrance. I love that fragrance. It's hella expensive, but it's just beautiful. So yeah, definitely. All right, so let me know what your scent of the days were. Sorry about last week. I had something recorded for it, but I kind of decided at the last minute because it was something that I slapped together, sweating all over the place. I was really tired, it was extremely hot, and I just scrapped it, basically. So that's why it didn't happen last week, but here it is this week. All right, thank you, take care of yourselves, and have a great day.